Good evening, and a blessed Trident to you. Happy Good Friday. I'm Pastor Christine Ford, and along with Pastor Chris Neen, we're so happy that you will be joining us here online with White Bear Lake United Methodist Church. It's the vision of our church to provide nourishment for the hungers of life. And on a day like Good Friday, I think we hunger for connection, contemplation, for reflection. We hunger for something deep and meaningful. It's not always easy or happy, but it is an important, pivotal even, part of our Christian story. So come, let's be in worship together.
Good Friday invites us to sit with the profound reality of suffering, both personal and collective, and to recognize that God is not distant from it, but intimately present within it. For Christians, the cross can be understood not as a transaction demanding suffering, but as a revelation, a powerful demonstration of divine solidarity with the oppressed, the marginalized, and all who endure injustice. Jesus' execution exposes the cruelty of systems built on domination and fear, while also embodying a love that refuses to mirror that violence back. In this way, Good Friday becomes a call to awareness, an invitation to name and confront the crosses still borne in our world today.
A reading from Luke 22, Jesus before the council. When the day came, the assembly of the elders of the people, both chief priests and scribes, gathered together, and they brought him to their council. They said, "If you are the Messiah, tell us." He replied, "If I tell you, you will not believe. And if I question you, You will not answer. But from now on, the Son of Man will be seated at the right hand of the power of God." All of them asked, "Are you then the Son of God?" He said to them, "You say that I am." Then they said, "What further testimony do we need? We have heard it ourselves from his own lips." From Luke 23, Jesus is sentenced to death. Pilate then called together the chief priests, the leaders, and the people, and he said to them, "You brought me this man as one who was inciting the people, and I have examined him in your presence, and have not found this man guilty of any of your charges against him. Neither has Herod, for he sent him back to us. Indeed, he has done nothing to deserve death. I will therefore have him flogged and release him." Then they all shouted out together, "Away with this fellow! Release Barabbas for us. This was a man who had been put in prison for an insurrection that had taken place in the city and for murder. Pilate, wanting to release Jesus, addressed them again, but they kept shouting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" A third time he said to them, "What evil has he done? I have found in him no ground for the sentence of death. I will therefore have him flogged and release him." But they kept urgently demanding with loud shouts that he should be crucified, and their voices prevailed. So Pilate gave his verdict that their demand should be granted. He released the man they asked for, the one who had been put in prison for insurrection and murder, and he handed Jesus over as they wished.
Good Friday holds space for a radical kind of hope, not one that denies grief, but one that moves through it. It reminds us that transformation often emerges from places of loss, and that love, even when it appears defeated, is never extinguished. For those committed to justice, compassion, and inclusion, this day deepens the spiritual practice of standing with others in their pain while working toward liberation and healing. The cross, then, is not the end of the story, but a turning point, one that challenges us to participate in the ongoing work of resurrection by embodying courageous, sacrificial love in our own lives.
From Luke 23, the death of Jesus. It was now about noon, and darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m, while the sun's light failed and the curtain of the temple was torn in two. Then Jesus, crying out with a loud voice, said, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." Having said this, he breathed his last. When the centurion saw what had taken place, he praised God and said, "Certainly, this man was innocent." And when all the crowds who had gathered there for this spectacle saw what had taken place, they returned home, beating their breasts. But all his acquaintances, including the women who had followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance, watching these things.